Welcome back to the Trauma-Informed School series. Last time, we explored the importance of relationships and how they buffer the effects of trauma. Today, we'll focus on the importance of self-regulation for the learning process and for social engagement. Regulation is the ability to maintain a state of calmness, focus, and alertness. Staying regulated, neither too over-aroused nor too under-aroused, supports the child's ability to process, think, interact with others, and learn. Dysregulation is the inability to maintain a state of inner calmness, attention, focus, and alertness. Dysregulation often results from experiencing stress beyond one's range of tolerance or ability to cope. For students who have experienced trauma, dysregulated states can be triggered by things associated with the trauma. Children who have experienced trauma or have chronic stress in their lives may easily become over-aroused with increased activity, emotional reactivity, and impulsivity, or may easily fall into a state of under-arousal with decreased activity, decreased alertness, flat or absent emotions, and difficulty overcoming mental and physical inertia. Over and under-arousal help the student cope by blocking unwanted, intrusive thoughts and memories. Other students who have experienced trauma become dysregulated with both under and over-arousal. They may have extreme, unpredictable moods and behaviors, rage, fear, disorientation, anxiety, out-of-touch periods. Dysregulated states can be triggered by reminders of traumatic events. Triggers are usually sensory inputs such as voice tone, touch, posture, proximity, facial expressions, smells, tastes, or visual reminders that result in the student feeling unsafe, fearful, or disoriented. Regulation begins in infancy. Infants are taught regulation by their parents through touch, humming, singing, rocking, movement, holding, and feeding. When the infant experiences normal periods of dysregulation, such as crying and upset, the parent soothes the child. As the caregiver provides timely, appropriate, and sufficient attention, affection, and attunement to the needs of their infant and young child, the child begins to learn how to regulate their own emotions and behaviors. At the same time, the adult expects gradually increasing age-appropriate behaviors from the child. With these experiences, children gradually learn to tolerate stress in their environment, to self-calm and self-regulate when distressed. As children get older, language may help children to self-regulate. Here is your toolbox. You will be able to fill it with helpful strategies to encourage self-regulation in your students. Notice when a student is just beginning to become dysregulated. Identify early signs such as facial expressions, voice tones, body movements, or emotions such as embarrassed, anxious, uncertain. Take action to gently intervene. The smaller it is, the easier it is to fix. Time in is an opportunity for time with a safe adult, maybe a classroom aide or student services staff. This person focuses on empathy, connection, and inner calm. Time in is preventative time, or time to reestablish regulation and relationship. Just as with small children, contact with a calm adult can be comforting and support self-regulation. The adult can also use language to affirm the child's worth and capabilities. Time in is not a discipline time. Co-regulation is sharing your own calmness with a student. If you are regulated, calm, and non-threatening, using a quiet voice and keeping a relaxed body, the student will tend to regulate in this direction as well, becoming calmer and more able to process. Of course, this may also work in the opposite direction. The student may share their out-of-control state with the teacher. Notice the calming hand in this photo. This may help a student to self-regulate, or it may dysregulate the student further. For some students, an unasked-for touch is a trigger. Know your student's response style well before you use touch. Create an environment that supports regulation. Structure, predictability, and routine help promote a feeling of safety because the student knows what is coming next and what response a behavior will elicit. Periods with calming music can help regulate the whole classroom. Turning down the lights can have a similar effect. Some classrooms use periods of quiet meditation. Also, it is possible to use the lights or a chime as a signal rather than using a loud voice to get students' attention. Transitions are a difficult time. Minimizing, foreshadowing, and supporting transitions with pre-taught routines can help. Talking about what you will be doing and why, about what is happening next, can help. Asking for student questions before they begin a new transition can help allay uncertainty. A safe place or quiet spot within your classroom may include tools to support regulation, such as pillows, puzzles, headphones, drawing or writing materials. A quiet spot is a place away from perceived threats to safety. These can be such things as someone looking at the student, too much activity, sudden noises, or visual distractions. Students may need a place to withdraw from too much social, visual, or auditory stimulation. Fidget boxes contain materials such as coloring books, stuffed animals, puzzles, word searches, Play-Doh, squishy balls, or koosh balls. They may be kept in a portable container or stored in a quiet corner in the classroom. These may help a child to regulate. Headphones with relaxation tapes or quiet music may also help. A child cannot learn well when they are over or under-aroused, so taking time to regulate is not time wasted. Students can learn to self-regulate. The strategies are taught and practiced when students are calm and receptive. You may teach your whole class or have a student services staff work with one student or a small group of students. The students can be cued to use the strategy when a crisis appears imminent. There are many breathing activities. Breathing in the box is described in your handout. Breathing activities can become part of a classroom routine to calm the whole class. Slow breathing helps to calm the body because it slows the heart rate, reduces blood pressure, and slows respiration. Handouts are available to help you teach this skill. Self-talk is a powerful way to coach oneself and to improve self-esteem. Pre-teaching a positive mantra such as, "I can handle this," is one kind of self-talk. Teaching self-talk along with slow breathing combines both strategies. For example, the student might say, "In goes relaxation," with every in-breath, and say, "Out goes the stress," with every out-breath. People who have been abused often internalize the negative messages from their abuser. "I'm stupid," "I'm lazy," "I'm no good." These messages often become internal negative self-talk and result in self-defeating thoughts. Handouts will tell you more about how to change these negative self-statements. Sometimes, when a student thinks so negatively about themselves, others must provide a restorative message. It is best to provide a concrete example for the student. Teachers can begin to change these negative thoughts and improve a student's self-concept. Visualization can help a student calm themselves. A special place visualization can be comforting. Handouts will tell you more about this. Distractions, such as music, games, puzzles, taking a walk or exercising, drawing, or working with clay, can help a student change their mood state and become regulated. Time spent gaining regulation is not wasted. For students who become dysregulated easily, work out a plan with the student ahead of time. Student services can help. 1. Identify triggers and feelings that result in upset. 2. Make cards or a list of what I can do. 3. Make a list of what an adult can do to help me. See the handout for more information. Trauma-informed practices are good for all students because they are brain-friendly, affirming, and promote self-growth. Think of a student who has difficulty with regulation. Reflect on one thing you might easily do to help a student learn how better to self-regulate.